news. A truck crashed into a Lakeland home and killed a woman. Polk County Sheriff Grady Judd giving an update right now. Let's listen in.
And explodes into the house. It's important to understand that I personally talked to Wyatt Foles, Reverend Wyatt Foles. He was the minister at Covenant Presbyterian Church for a long time. He told me that he and his wife got up at the usual time and turned the coffee on, and we all identify with this. They were starting their normal morning routine, and he was preparing to go to a Bible study. His wife walked into the guest bedroom, and he said, I wasn't 10 steps behind her when there was this bomb that went off, this total explosion. I had no idea what had occurred until I could finally look through the dust with all the debris around me, and I saw a truck sitting in my kitchen. This vehicle went through the guest bedroom, through the dining area, and into the kitchen. Unfortunately, Janice Foles was in the guest bedroom at the time. She had just walked into the bedroom not seconds before this event occurred, and she was killed instantly. We're here today doing an investigation with our traffic homicide unit. We know that the suspect who was climbing out of the vehicle, if you can imagine, while Mr. Foles, Reverend Foles, is trying to find his wife, and he's saying, what are you doing here? What happened? He climbs out of the vehicle and he goes outside. He is going to leave. But neighbors have poured out into the community and they go, you're not going anyplace. And he said, I've got to go to my family's house. It's close by. But 3 of the men in the neighborhood stopped him and said, you're not going anyplace until the sheriff's office gets here. And when the sheriff's office arrived, he went someplace to the county jail. We believe that he's impaired, that he's intoxicated either by alcohol and or drugs. That investigation's underway, and we will present further information to you as the day goes on. Reverend Foles and his wife Janice Foles were married for 53 years. They have beautiful children and grandchildren. And they were doing what all of us did this morning. They got up to start their early morning routine to just live the American lifestyle. And it ended in an instant, in a blink of the eye, in this horrible tragedy. So the investigation's ongoing. You can be sure that we will charge our suspect with everything that the law allows. His name is Ryan Talent. He's from Plant City. He's 24 years of age. And this is not the first time that there's been problems with Ryan Talent. We are sorting out his criminal history at this moment. We are searching 2 different databases and we're getting conflicting information. So we will wait to give you his criminal history until we're sure of the exact charges. Ryan Talent, with his recklessness, changed the life of this beautiful family forever. And through the criminal justice system, we plan to change Ryan Talent's life. He's going to be held accountable according to the justice system.
Talent, T-A-L-E-N-T?
T-A-L-L-A-N-T.
Foles, it's a tragic situation. How?
Foles, F-O-L-D-S.
Sheriff, it's a tragic situation. How is the husband going? I mean, this is pretty heartbreaking.
The husband is a Christian man and is strong in faith and has dealt with tragedies and death in his family before. And he explained to me that nothing in my life could prepare me for what happened to me this morning. And he said, as he explained to me, he said, we were doing our normal morning wake up, turn the coffee on, grab the newspaper routine when there was an explosion in our house. And when the dust settled, there is a truck in my kitchen. He said, I was 10 steps behind her, and if I had have been a second or two later, I would have been there with her.
Can you explain, I mean, the room we see right here, what room is
that? That is the guest room. And you will be able to see where the bed sets north and south in the room. And the truck came through from west to east, ran totally through the bedroom, through the dining room, and into the kitchen. It is deep in the house.
To be that deep, Sheriff, that had to be excessive speed coming down.
It had to be horrific speed, because he started losing control, we estimate, and our detectives will have the detailed information in a few hours. He started losing control 400 or 500 feet down the road. We see evidence and marks, and you'll be able to see by the cones where he was swerving on the roadway, cut through the neighbor's yard, went up and over a berm here, and crashed into the family room. And then the story he told us was just absolutely unbelievable. I was only doing 40 miles an hour, he said. Well, he might have been doing 40 miles an hour when he finally hit the house, but his speed was significant, and we will work through that with our traffic reconstructionist.
What is he locked up on right now?
He will be charged with DUI manslaughter today. We are working through, he would not give us a blood draw, so we had to execute a search warrant for his blood. We gave him field sobriety tests, which he miserably failed. So the homicide detectives are working the case, our traffic homicide detectives, and they're simply the very best in the business. They will dot the I's, they'll cross the T's, so we can answer the questions for the family, and we're sure going to hold talent responsible for his horrific actions, where what he did this morning was murdered this lady with his truck, who was simply in her own house in her guest bedroom.
Do your detectives have any idea where he might have been before this crash?
That will be part of the investigation. Obviously, we're fresh into the investigation, but we will look back at his criminal, not only his criminal history, but his traffic history. We'll look at where he was in the hours leading up. You got to understand, when you are apparently intoxicated or impaired at 4:45 in the morning, you've had a long night.
What do you make of somebody who does something like this?
I'm angry. I'm angry beyond words, because
you have been watching and listening to Polk County Sheriff Grady Judd painting a very vivid picture of a fatal crash this morning, a truck crashing into a home in Lakeland. That home, the home of a pastor and his wife, going about their morning business, their morning routine, when the truck ends up in the middle of that home, killing the pastor's wife, Janet Foles. The suspect right now in custody, Ryan Talent, 24 years old, from Plant City, failed 4 sobriety tests, and according to Sheriff Grady Judd, could be facing a DUI manslaughter charge. The investigation continues. We'll have much more coming up on News Channel 8 today.